Oh yeah, it's another Command to Decoders video, and it's going to be another exploration video. Now, you will have seen that at the end of the last video, after selling all of my data and everything else, that my rank hadn't changed. It was still at Trailblazer, but when I started the game up today, it had changed, and so I am now up to Pathfinder. Now this means that one of the reasons why I was doing this whole exploration thing rather than went to pot, because I wanted to see how much you needed to make in terms of profit to get to the next rank, and all I managed to find out is that it's somewhere between 3.8 and 4.2 million. Make that 5.2 million. Now I suspect it's going to be nearer the 4.5 to 5 million mark to get up there, but yeah, it didn't really work as far as, you know, trying to find out how much profits would actually get you there, because it would appear that I had to exit the game and then restart it for the rank change to finally register. So I've sold all of the exploration data that I had now, because I did have one more system that I couldn't sell because I wasn't far enough away from it. So my profits are now up to 5.25 million. Total systems visited is now up to 772, and that's well, that's how far I've got as far as exploration goes. Now this next trip I'm doing is nowhere near as far as VY Canis Majoris, that's for sure. In fact, it's not even as far as Betelgeuse or Antares. The system I'm going to is HIP 78756, and there's a very good reason why I'm going there, but I won't reveal it until we are actually there. Now it's 31 jumps, and in order to get there I'm having to go through an area that I have already discovered, or I have already been through. Now what I'm hoping is that because I only took, like, you know, one small path through that area, I'm not going to actually arrive in any of the systems that I've already been to. And having a quick look, it does seem as though that's the case. So here's hoping. 31 jumps away, and that's even though I'm in the Anaconda. The only reason I'm doing it in the Anaconda is because I just can't be asked to go all the way back to Nahet to change into the Asp. And besides which, doing it this way means that I'll have to do more jumps, and therefore I'll explore more systems. So the Asp will be kept, but that'll be for, you know, exploration trips that involve me having to go a lot further. I have a fair few possibilities that I've got written down, but at the moment this one to HIP 78756 is the one I'm doing, and because it's not even 500 light years away. Let's bring up the map and I'll show you. So there it is. It's 471.99 light years. So it's a bit of a trek, but So compared to recent ones, it's not that bad. Right, anyway, we are currently docked in Mikhail Gorbachev Station in Seoul. I figured that was as good a place to start as any. I'm not yet sure where I will be going when it comes to the return trip. It will be either an alliance or a federation system. At the moment I'm thinking Xeons. Could well be either there. Because if it is Xeons, that leaves me stuck out in the old world. No, I'm really not that fussed about staying out there, so I may choose an alliance system that's actually closer to Alios. Anyway, as with all the other exploration videos, I'm not going to show the whole bloody trip because it takes too fucking long, so I'll just be editing it and showing, you know, systems of particular interest on the assumption that there will be any. That fucking Viper is getting a bit close, yeah. So, well, it looks like the first system I go to is unexplored. Shouldn't be that surprised. I mean, okay, I have explored quite a few of these systems within populated space, but still thousands that I haven't. So let's see what we have at Leighton's half second of 451.
2, 1, engage.
Oh, no big surprises so far. Quite a welcome surprise. So next is LHS 6031, which does not need scanning. But I could do with getting a bit closer to the sun here and actually scanning or scooping at a half decent rate. Anyway, so we're underway. So I guess this is as good a place as any to pause the video, and we shall be back when there is something to come back to. Alright, back in a bit. Okay. So, just finished scanning LFT 1291, which thankfully has nothing else in it apart from the main sun. So I'm on my way to the next system. Now I am quite keen to find out who the fuck came up with the name Shat Quacker. Yeah, that's just a fucking name and a half, that. Jesus Christ. Oh, let's see what Shat Quacker has in store for us. Well, so far nothing particularly superb.
Fuel scooping.
I mean, the name, it sounds like something Jonathan Ross does after he's eaten a load of Jacobs. Well, there's quite a few things in here. They're all planets, so I'm not going to scan any of them. Next stop is LTT 6545, which also needs scanning. Shat Quacker, I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. Well, that takes the place of Sapsuggabus as being the most ridiculous name I've found so far. Right, anyway, more when it happens. Right, here I am in another system where once again the servers are finally catching up with a fucking thing, and I'm in another system with a pretty ridiculous name. This system is called Rugabung. Where the fuck do they get it from? And when it eventually catches up and you know, gives me the results of the scan, it will finally show you the name of it at last. So here I am at Rugabung A. See, it's a rather boring red dwarf. There is another star out here, obviously. It's just over there. How far away is it? It's 3,000. That's close enough for me to want to go and take a look. I'll have a look at that. Once I've finished fuel scooping. Now, one thing I never mentioned in my videos, because in a moment of sheer optimism, which is pretty rare for me, I was hoping that I wouldn't have to mention it. But no, someone came along in one of the comments and had to go and say it. So, there are numerous reasons why exploring is not particularly great, but if you are a bit of an astronomer buff and you know you fancy going to see some of the more impressive sights of the galaxy, that is pretty much the only reason, and for some of us that's a good enough reason. But one reason for exploring that is never going to be, you know, the case, it's never going to be the reason why you decide to go and do it, is the profit margin. I mean, you know, coming along and saying, oh, you can make more in an hour going to a resource extraction site. Yes, I know that. Everyone knows that. I made 1.4 million on my trip to VY Canis Majoris. That took me 5 hours just to get there, let alone the return trip back. And you can make 1.4 million in like half an hour at a resource extraction site. You can make 1.4 million in about an hour at a conflict zone. You can make 1.4 million doing trade runs if you know a decent one like my one to from Nehet to Sapsuggabus. You can do that in like 4 or 5 trips. So, you know, saying, oh yeah, you can make more credits, you know, doing, well, anything other than exploration, yes, we know you can, but making credits and making profit isn't the reason why you do it. So saying that, it's just completely missing the point.
Frameshift drive charging.
Right, so next is Scorpio sector GW-W C1-7. I haven't completely left populated space yet, but I am approaching the outskirts.
3, 2, 1, engage.
this system is unlikely to have anything interesting in it. Well, hasn't proved me wrong yet.
Fuel scooping.
Right, I need 2 more to scan. One is certainly in range, so I'll have a look at that one after I've scanned this, or after I finish fuel scooping even.
Fuel scooping complete. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Well, that's certainly handy. It's clearly not a dwarf. It looks like it's going to be another yellow-orange star. Yep. Right. Next system is column 285 sector QF-JB24-2. I thought that was somewhere in Cyprus. Right, how many systems have I been to now? 783. Well, I will certainly make 800 then on this trip. How many on top of that? That's the big question. Anyway, right, more when it happens, or if I think of something else to rant about. Right, I found quite a strange old system here. I am in column 285 sector YR-F B26-6. As you can see, there are orbit lines all over the fucking place. There doesn't seem to be any orbits actually set. They're crisscrossing each other, well, fucking everywhere. And on top of that, there are quite a number of stars that I'm finding. There's 2 right next to each other here. There's also the main one that I found, and then there's another one off on its own somewhere. But you can see all these orbit lines here are all crossing over each other. I suspect this system is quite a recently formed one, and it's capturing objects rather than you know, planets and whatever being formed from material in a regular way. Although where on earth it's capturing them from, I have no idea. So yeah, that's quite the unusual one.
Frameshift drive charging.
Let's see if sector DC-BC14-17 is anything like this.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Nothing particularly remarkable about the sun. It looks like yellow-orange. No other stars in this system. Yeah. Alright, that's a quick one.
Fuel skipping.
Yeah, I knew I'd forgotten something. Right, well, while I'm still fuel scooping, I'll be back when something happens. Okay, so I'm now about to enter the Lupus Dark region. This will be the first system within there. Lupus Dark Region B, Sector AA-ZB6. So I guess that's Sector Alpha Alpha-Zeta Beta 6.
Frameshift drive charging.
I have been in this area before, not this particular system obviously, as it's showing unknown. It's not as dark as the name would have you think.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
But it got its name because there is a nebula around here. It's quite an unusual one because it's it doesn't have any colour in it, it's completely black. So of course seeing it is rather difficult.
Fuel scooping.
Another star here. 259,000 light years. I don't think I'll bother with that one somehow. Finish fuel scooping here and then straight on to the next one. Right, there aren't very many jumps to go. And I've got rather too close for comfort to this star
Fuel
here.
scooping complete.
That was a good job. I don't need a fuel scoop anymore. Yeah, the heat is going up and up and up because I got way too close.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Just about got away with that one. So there are 7 jumps to go before I reach HIP 78756. So well, I shall be back when there's something worth reporting. Right, I'm on my way to exploring this second sun in this system. There are actually 3 suns in this system, but the other one is some 42,000 light seconds away, so I'm not going to be bothering that one. But once I finish scanning this sun here, I can point out something to illustrate for what I mentioned earlier. Alright, there we go, that's done. Now, you look up here, where the centre point is now, that black splodge up against the whatever you would call that, the actual band of central Milky Way there. That's one of the dark regions. That's a nebula, but it shows up as entirely black. I'm not sure why they appear as black. I don't think any scientists or astronomers have been able to explain why either. But nevertheless, that is a black region. See, this is another one here. You can't see it very clearly because it's up against the blackness of space, of course. But that could well actually be the Lupus B region itself. Again, so could that. Another one there. I mean, they're not exactly rare, there are plenty of them, but yeah, so that's where the name came about anyway. So I'm not sure what to expect in this next one. I have a feeling it's probably not going to have a great deal of interest. I haven't seen very many particularly interesting things on the way here. It's been a fairly uneventful trip so far, even more uneventful than usual. Well, it looks like another yellow, possibly yellow-orange. I think it's more likely to be yellow. White yellow.
Okay. Fuel scooping.
Right, well, I shall be back when I am. Okay, so here I am in, well, the very next system actually. I'm in Lupus Dark Region Beta Sector Delta Lambda Dash Epsilon Delta 35. And the reason this system is particularly noteworthy is not because of what's here, because there's pretty much sod all here. There's a second star, but it's about 82,000 light seconds away. Yeah. But it's because this system is the 800th system that I have visited. So there you go, a bit of a milestone. When I say a bit, I mean a bit, but nevertheless, a milestone of some sort. I'm just 3 jumps away now from my intended destination, so chances are there won't be anything else to add until I am either there or making the jump to get me there. So, alright, well, I'll pause this and more when it happens. Right, I'm on my way to exploring this star, second of 3 stars in this system, the third being 72,000 light seconds away, so I won't be doing that one. But the next system is my target destination, HIP 78756. Now, why am I going there? Well, it's not because it's a supergiant, because it isn't. And indeed, up until about 3 or 4 days ago, I'd never heard of it. And it was one of those places that wouldn't have interested me in the slightest. But Frontier Developments published a screenshot of the galaxy map for that system, which someone had explored. And it certainly caught my eye, along with a few others. And indeed, not a half hour later, Commander Andy Pipkin got in touch with me, and he is one who's also been suggesting a number of places that I go to, and some of them I have been to as a result of his suggestions. And he showed me that screenshot. He obviously wasn't aware that I had seen it, so it obviously caught his eye. So well, here I am. So what is it about this place? Well, I can tell you that it does have multiple suns. How many though? That's the thing. 3, 4, 5? No.
Engage.
Whoa, right, here we are. 20.7 light seconds away from this one. we go. How many suns does this place have? Try 17. Bring up the system map. When it eventually fucking loads. Here we are. Right, so here's the main one. So, star 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, let's try 18. Now, it looks like there are an awful lot of SATA-III stars among them. In fact, it looks like it's every single one of them, except this one. SATA-III, yeah. Yeah, so this star which I just scanned and this one are the only two that are not SATA-III. Now scanning this system is going to take a fair while, and I am going to scan everything here, but let's have a look at how far the most distant object is. Well, 232,000 light seconds, so I am going to be here for a while, but this is the only system that I am going to fully explore, including the planets. So I think what I shall do then is I'll pause this here for the moment, and then when I'm approaching, I don't know, one of the last objects, which is almost certainly going to be a star, I'll start it up again, and we'll see what we're going to do as far as... Okay, already close enough to scan this one. But then we'll decide what we're going to do as far as the return trip. I still haven't made my mind up, and I need to make my mind up fairly soon, because well, the return trip starts as soon as I'm done here. So there we go, on a high metal content planet as well. This one is not a star. It's going to be, for a fair old bit, a case of just how many fucking stars am I going to be scanning here. But yeah, anyway, I'll be back in a moment. I do quite like that blue light was flooding the cockpit there. Anyway, yeah, so I'll be back when I've scanned a bit more. Right, an update of scanning this system. I'm on my way to one of the outermost planets, no doubt another star, but you can quite clearly see the beta star right there. I'll use the direction pointer to point it out, and quite a number of the SATA-III stars that are orbiting that. So once I've scanned these last three that are orbiting the primary star, and I'll then make my way over to there, we'll have a check at the system map and see how it's changed with regards to what it's showing for all of these stars, because although it showed them all as white, it doesn't look like they are all these white stars, or at least not from a distance. They have that sort of purplish glow which makes them look a bit like brown dwarfs, but I mean they're certainly not brown dwarfs because of the distance I am from them when the scan starts. And this planet looks like it's quite small, so I'm going to have to get a hell of a lot closer than I am now before the scan will actually begin. But so far even the planets have all been worth scanning. There hasn't been any shitty ones, you know, like just rocky worlds. They've all been high metal content or some such thing. One I just scanned before I started off towards this one was oh fuck this up, I'm coming in way too fast. One was showing as a water world. I'm sure I've seen some of those before, but I don't remember it. So that scan has now begun. Next, yeah, these two, which looks like it's going to be another star. So that one's a high metal content as well. So this, yeah, is another SATA-III star with a planet orbiting it. And then once I've done this one, it's over to the secondary star. And then scanning the lot that are orbiting that. In fact, this one being 14,000 away. Let's take a look at the system map now, see what it's coming up. I have a feeling it's the number of stars that are the reason why this thing is taking such a long time to come up. Okay. Well, they are all still showing as whites. This must be the star, yeah, that I've just done. So these, the star and a gas giant that orbits it, are the last two for this area, and then I'm off to this one. No idea what kind of star that is. Not seen it before. It's not the SATA-III. Oh, it could be one of those crappy ones that I've seen before. But yeah, they're white. They're not particularly bright. The ones I've seen before have always been SATA-III ones. So this could be a regular version of it. Also, been having a bit of a discussion with Commander Mono, and he's given me an extremely good idea for my next voyage, my next, exploration expedition. So I know where I shall be heading, and that should provide quite a few sites. Not just in the final destination, but on the way. So I'll give you more on that when I'm actually underway, i.e. not in this video. Right, well, I've still got a little bit to go before I get here. But yeah, once I've explored this one and the gas giant orbiting it, I'm on my way to the secondary star. It's 230,000 light seconds away. That's going to be a long old trip. So I'll pause the video now and I'll be back when there's something else to say. Right, we're still over 45,000 light seconds away, but we are now starting to see all of the SATA-III stars here being starting to be a bit more spread out. This one is now starting to appear as a selectable target. Still at least 31,000 light seconds away, so I'm not going to bother with it until I scan the main star. Chances are I'll be close enough to it by that time that I could scan it straight away. At least that's the theory I'm working on. So, well, I'll do another snippet once I'm actually in there and starting to scan everything. Right, change of plan. I have started scanning some of the SATA-III stars that are further away, because what I'm going to do is scan everything that's orbiting the secondary star first. Then I'll scan the secondary star and also start fuel scooping from it, because I have already used 1 ton from the reservoir, so I can scoop that back before I head off. Now granted, it's not exactly essential. I can, you know, just scoop it again in the next system. It's quite possible that I might change my mind and decide to do that anyway. But this may also mean that I don't have to travel quite so far, zigzagging from one star to the next. Although, again, that's the theory. Whether or not it works in practice is another matter. I mean, this is undoubtedly the most unusual system I have ever come to. With this many stars in one system, many of which are orbiting a larger primary star, although in the case of this part, all of these SATA-III stars, the star they're orbiting isn't that much bigger. So fuck knows how this place came to be. I guess it's entirely possible that scientifically such a system couldn't exist. But well, you never know, I guess. This star that I'm coming up to here looks extremely dim. It's only started scanning now, and I was about 720 light seconds away from it. So I don't know if all of that lot is... oh no, it's not orbiting this one. Oh, fuck it, I hate it when it does that. At last. Right, now the main star is now only 837, so fuck it, I'll scan it now. Because it's certainly in range. This is obvious, the scanner has started. But just about every space body that is being picked up at the moment is a star of some kind. And it's just unreal, this place. Right, now we actually have a planet. This one's all about. I still haven't fully decided where I'm going to go on the way back. I'm like 75% sure. Another water world. And another planet. This could be another water world again. High metal content, I'll certainly settle for that. Oh fuck, now we're getting all the fucking... There we go. I mean, if I was really desperate for credits, I could go to those clusters and try mining at some of them, but I'm not, so I won't. Another high metal content. Right. I can't scan the planet yet, but the star was definitely in range. Oh, not again. Fucking time. Right. Still need to get closer to this one. Another high metal. I'll definitely take that. Right, these are the city. So there's 5 of them. I just want to make sure that I don't leave any more than 5. So another planet. Is this going to be another high metal content one? The odds would say yes, because every planet I've scanned, I think all bar about 3 have been high metal content. So this planet could well be in the future the scene of a battle, I think, between, well, all 3 of the major factions as to who gets to own it. Because there is plenty here waiting for people to get their hands on. Water giant. Don't think I've seen that system before. Surely the star can be scanned, yeah. Okay, well, what I shall do then is pause the video again, and we'll be back when I've finished scanning a bit more. Right, this star that I'm scanning, followed by the planet that's orbiting it, are the last two things in this system, apart from all those clusters that I'm not going to bother with. There's that one. There's the planet. Now I have finally come up to a couple of worthless planets that came up icy worlds. So it's not that every planet in this system is valuable, just most of them. Don't be another shitty icy world. Shouldn't be, it is orbiting around yet another star, so... Oh, you fucking cunt. And after all, it was an icy planet, so it's a fucking worthless one. Right, so let's now have a look at the system map, now that everything's been scanned. So you start off with the Class B blue-white star there, the first thing that you see. So there is a high metal content planet, another high metal content, yet another. Okay, so a worthless rocky planet is orbiting it, another high metal, and another high metal. Then the first of the SATA-III stars with another high metal content, and another SATA-III, another high metal content, and then two more SATA-TRIs and a Class 3 giant, another SATA-III and another high metal, another SATA-III with a Class 3 gas giant around it, another SATA-III with a water world around it, and another SATA-III which has a Class 3 giant orbiting it, and finally another high metal content. And then we get to the secondary star, which is one of these Herbig stars which I've never heard of, not seen any of them, haven't bothered with the belt. So high metal content again, another and a water world, another SATA-III, another high metal water giant, another one I'm not that familiar with, another SATA-III, and another icy planet, so it's the first of the worthless ones. Another SATA-III, yeah, that has the icy planet around it, another SATA-III, another icy planet, another SATA-III, another shitty icy planet, and then the final two SATA-TRIs. So that is HIP 78756. What a fucking place. But it's definitely worth coming here. It's impressive, I'll give it that. Right, now where do we go back? Well, I look at the star types. The list just goes on and on and on. Well, I've decided that, okay, I can't land at Alios because I haven't got the permit. I keep going back there to get the permit, and then I can't be bothered to hang around and actually, you know, do what I have to do. So I'll go next door to 78 Ursa Majoris. And it's less than 500 light years away, so there should be no problem getting there. How many jumps is that? 34. So, well, it's going to take a bit, but it's, you know, not going to, it's not that far. I'll probably be back in, well, no, probably I will be back in populated space long before I do actually dock, so, you know.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
I'm not going to be stopping anywhere before I get to 78 Ursa Majoris, is the name of it, because it would help if I wasn't in hyperspace while I was looking. But, now is this one of those big stars? This is what I thought it might be. This is probably going to come up with a SATA-III version though. Yep. So I can't fucking fuel scoop from it anyway. How far away is this star? Looks quite far. Yeah, way too far. Right. Going straight on to the next one. Yeah, so anyway, as I was saying, I'll be entering populated space long before I arrive at 78 Ursa Majoris. I was right with the name. But unless it's an Imperial system, and let's face it, that's highly unlikely, then I'm not going to bother docking there. I'll wait till I actually reach 78 Ursa Majoris. And I will not be sorting out my integrity there. I will wait till I'm at an Imperial system before I do that, because the costs are just going to be astronomical. I mean, they're going to be high wherever I go. It's just that in either the Federation or the Alliance, they're going to be very high, whereas in the Empire, they're just going to be high.
Frameshift drive charging.
So, I reckon it's time for a pause, and I'll be back when there's something more to say. Right, I am back again, and you'll remember in the last video I took a bit of a detour when I found a system that had a name that rather stood out and made me think it could be worth investigating. Well, I'm going to do it again, because there's this system here, Lupi. Now a name like that suggests that it was discovered long before, or discovered and named long before any of the other stars and systems around here. Which makes me think, why? Is it possible there is something here that makes it particularly noteworthy? Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's fucking go there and have a look. We are 19.8 light seconds away from it, so it's a fair old size. More items. So it is just a, let's say just a Class B white. Is that all that's here? Oh, fuck yeah, the other star's 38,000 light seconds away. I mean, the size and luminosity of this fucking thing means that this is almost certainly the star that was first discovered. Okay, the other star isn't a huge great thing, because I'm not able to scan it from this far out, but looking at the light coming off it, it could be another blue-white. Well, let's finish fuel scooping, and then I'll take a look at the system map and see what it's all about. if it is anything special, I'll make the long trip.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Well, it's not as big, but it's still a fair old size. I'm not going to bother scanning any of those planets. But the size of it means hopefully I'll be able to scan it while still a fair distance away. So I'm going to make my way there, but it is rather a long journey, not to mention a boring and tedious one. So in the meantime, more when it happens. Okay, the scan started when I was about 17,500 light seconds away, which, you know, is not too bad. I mean, okay, I was able to scan Antares when I was 193,000 light seconds away, but that's a bit special, that place. Right, there you go, so that's done. Second blue-white class B. Now I need to set course again, because it will have changed somewhat. But yeah, it has. I'm now going via Sheila na gig. How many jumps is that now? 32. It's pretty much the same amount as it would have been anyway. So this little detour hasn't really cost me much, and I've made more credits from scanning those two things. Although, say, making credits is not the reason for doing exploration. Anyway, more when it happens. Okay. So we are in Praia UY-RB4-7, and it's another nice old multi-star system. Not quite 18, so I'm still fuel scooping away from this one. Already managed to scan the brown dwarf star over there, and then there's a third which is only some 7,000 or so light seconds away up there, so I shall scan that as well. It's not often that I get to scan everything in a system, and since this one is relatively close as far as stars go, this will be one such time. I still have, I think, something like 25 or 24 jumps to go, so I'm still a fair way out, but we're getting there. How many systems have I visited now? $812. That's not bad. Now, can I break 19 million when I sell this data? With the integrity costs that I'm facing, I'd say it's unlikely. Still, you never know, so more when it happens. Right, we are back once again, and I'm now just 17 light years away, but there is this system here, 39 Epsilon Libre, which caught my eye. The trouble is, it's now showing excess mass, and it wasn't before. In fact, it wasn't until I started fuel scooping, so I must be right on the very edge. I was going to go and explore it, but since it's now, you know, so bloody far away that I can't jump there, I don't think I am going to. I am going to see how far that star is. Way too fucking far. So it looks like I'm going to HIP 76900. And if I can then go on to 39 Upsilon Libre, I will. Again, a particular name that does stand out amongst all the bloody column bardy blahs that I'm in has me wondering why. So let's see if I can go there.
3, 2, 1, engage. Fuel scooping.
The sun's 38,000, so I'm not going to bother with that one. Oh, that other place seems to have buggered off from the list, so clearly it's now well and truly out of range. So it looks like I won't be doing that after all. Oh, in that case, more when it happens. Right, well I am now 13 jumps away from the final destination, and I am finally in populated space, albeit not in an actual system that is populated. But after this next jump, which takes me to column 285 sector SU-EC12-24, actually no, that's the system I'm in now. The one I'm going to is column 285 sector GJ-LB23-2. After that, I think it takes me to a populated system. Yes it does. So after that will be Aqua, which does not need scanning. So it isn't independent though, so if I docked there, they would charge me fuck knows how much for my repairs for the integrity, so I'm not going to bother docking there. Don't really have any reason to dock there. So I'll carry on, but then the one after that is a Federation system.
3, 2, 1, engage.
And if I can dock there, I may be able to sell some of my data. We have yet another system. We've got around a red dwarf. The whole return journey hasn't been particularly enthralling. I haven't seen a huge amount worthwhile. Of course, you get this long fucking wait for you know, the servers to catch up with what I'm doing. It's fucking bullshit. Now we got this crap. We've done the fucking scan, but nothing's happening. Fucking game knows how to piss you off when it wants to. Right, so that's 2 and it's still not coming up. Oh, at last. So nothing in here after all that. So, set course for Aqua. I won't be docking there, but it is a system that doesn't need scanning. Although to be honest, I wish it did. I would rather be continuing to make, you know, credits with each jump.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Still, this is a system I've not been to before. So I'm back in populated space, and yet I'm still 12 jumps away from the my final destination, so I've still got a way to go.
Frameshift drive charging.
How many systems have I been doing now? 826. That's a reasonable amount.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
I'm so used to scanning everything as soon as I come in that I got myself ready to scan.
Fuel scooping.
And of course I don't have to. Well, there is a Coriolis station here as well, so I could have stopped if I wanted to. But not here. But maybe in the next system. SATA-III. That is a Federation, so I can sell some of the data there if I want to. I think I will, but I don't see myself making a huge amount from the rest of this trip.
Fuel scooping complete. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Right, here we go.
Frameshift drive charging.
Did it again. I'm still fuel scoop trying.
Fuel scooping.
Right, let's see if there are any Coriolis stations here. Yes, there is. One's pretty bloody close as well. Okay, we'll stop there. It's not a Coriolis station, it's a bloody Orbis station.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
A minute, let me just check to see if Khan City is actually a Federation docking station. No, it's an independent. What about this one? Fung Market, that's a Federation. Okay, we'll go there then. shortage of ships around here. Including the further lance. You don't see very many NPC further lances. You never see them in conflict zones, even though that's where you would expect to find the further lance more than anywhere in combat. So what do we think the integrity costs are going to be? I'm thinking in the region of $500,000. How many systems is it now? 828. That's a decent amount. It's certainly a lot more than I thought I would ever visit in the game. I think it's certainly more than I visited in the entire time I played Frontier.
Scan detected.
Overshoot that big time, and I did.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Alright, with the repairs are at 5. That kind of gives me the idea that, okay, so they are even higher than before, 635,000. I'm definitely not fixing them here, because that's just too fucking high. I'll go to an Imperial station to get them done. Right. 451,363 on this page, and that's all because of that. So that one system, 268,646. Not bad at all. Next page. 171,432. Next page. 139,931. That's it. Well, fuck it, I am in a Federation system and I am in a Federation station. So I might as well sell this lot here now. And, you know, get what I can. Looks like it's around about 750,000. So, okay, it's just taken me over 6 million on the old profits from exploration. 1,347 level 2 detailed scans. So my balance is now up to 19 million. Just. But I also have a hell of a lot of repairs to do on the old integrity. I'm not doing that here because it's just too fucking expensive. So I need to find an Imperial system. I do remember there was one around 78 Majoris. There is an Imperial system not too far from there, but I can't fucking remember where it is. There's a, okay, it says requires blank. So I don't know if that means it needs a permit or what. So anyway, I've still got a bit to do as far as the actual journey back to 78 Ursa Majoris, but the actual voyage to HIP 78756 is done and dusted, so I think this is a pretty good place to end the video. So there you go, another voyage successfully done until the next one. So that brings this video to an end, and this is Commander Corsair signing off. Right, this is starting to become a bit of a habit, but clearly I haven't signed off, but I will be after this bit. Anyway, I made my way to 78 Ursa Majoris, and checking my influence here with Alioth Independence, it's up to 89%. That's pretty good, but it's still not good enough for me to be offered the Alioth system permit. Now, I can't imagine that I would get very much in the way of influence with them if I sell my cartography data here, because as you can see I made a few more getting from wherever I was at the end of the last bit to here. So I have another 6 to sell. Only 5 can be sold here because old Sheila Nagig is pretty close by. In fact, it's just one jump away. Nevertheless, I'll sell this lot here, 42,647. Now, let's see what difference that has made. None. It's improved my reputation with the Federation. No surprise there, but of course has done fuck all with Alioth Independence because they are nothing to do with this station. In fact, I'm now allied with 78 Ursa Majoris for equality. I'm not sure if I was to begin with actually, but I dare say that makes sod all difference insofar as what missions I'll get. For one thing, it's not been long enough, the board hasn't reset, no. But, oops, I forgot to... there is another community event going on, this time in DSO. You sign up and you have to bring loads of cargo. This time it is atmospheric processors, crop harvesters, power generators and water purifiers. The story is that they're bringing all that in for the planet Birmingham so that they can improve the crop of Desoma corn, which of course you can only buy there. It's one of the rares. I won't bother with that one. Now my repairs are a lot cheaper here, 331,000. In fact, at that price I'll pay for it to be done here. So I'm back to below 19 million. I'm 18.7 million. And I am once again at a bit of a loose end. I have actually got a course laid out, 7 jumps, and it would take me to Liaden, which is the Imperial system that's quite close to Seoul. I mean, if we go down so there it is. And of course clicking there doesn't do fuck all now. There we go. And from here, Seoul is only just over there, so fairly close. Nevertheless, yeah, I'm at a bit of a loose end now. Clearly I need to go somewhere because I want to sell that last part of, or last bit of cartography data, especially as it's worth just under 20,000. But I don't know where I'm going to go. One thing's for sure, I will soon be heading to Nahet, so I can switch to the ASP again and get ready for my next exploration voyage. I already know where I'm going, and yeah, it's just a case of getting ready for it. So in the meantime, that definitely is it for this video. So this is Commander Goza signing off again.